Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, I'm still continuing my Disney Christmas movie-a-thon. So I'm gonna be reviewing one of the live action films, of course. Just to mix things up a bit. So the film I'm gonna be talking about, The Santa Claus. Yes, sorry, starring the actor who was in the TV show Home Improvement as the lead character. So let's just figure out what to do this because gotta talk about some Disney Christmas related stuff. And this actually spawned off two movies, a second and a third film, which I will review, of course, later on. I will review the other two as well because, like I said multiple times before, if I review one installment of any franchise, I might as well review them all because I'm OCD like that. So anyway, as always, folks, I do have to talk about the plot. So let's just get into it, shall we? So our main character in this film is this individual, this guy named Scott, whom is this successful, likable toy salesman, and he does prepare to basically spend the time of Christmas Eve with his son, of course. Scott convinces his son that Santa Claus is actually real, despite the fact that he himself does not believe in Santa Claus. Anyway, Scott's former wife and her husband, oh, this is gonna be awkward, isn't it? Both stopped believing in Santa Claus at a real young age, so they do attempt to tell the son to do the exact same thing as well. So after Scott reads um, a story, so to speak, to the son, and basically, let's just say that he just tucks him into bed, of course, and let's just say suddenly Santa's sled lands on the roof of the house and basically wakes the son up. The son wakes up Scott, of course, whom hears Santa Claus' footsteps on the roof and assumes that there was an intruder, of course. Rushing outside, Scott, startles Santa Claus, causing him to lose his balance and fall off the roof, of course. But that's the thing. Scott himself does find a card in the pocket of Santa Claus' suit that states if something should happen to me, put my suit on. The reindeer will know what to do. Of course. And of course, you basically guess what happened. After which, Santa Claus vanishes and the son climbs onto the roof and, goes on. Well, let's just say there's an adventure that, of course, occurs from this point onward. And like I said a moment ago, this is like their version. What I'm trying to say is that this is like their version of Santa Claus his origin story. I'm trying to explain how Santa Claus came to be, so to speak. Like after a certain amount of time or whatever, there needs to be a Santa Claus that needs to take, you know, for more modern or what have you, and that's what happens. So, I mean, okay, it's a pretty straightforward premise. You can already tell what's going to happen next after this. He needs to be trained. He needs to have the know-how to be the new Santa Claus. He needs to know the basic information and of course deliver the toys, of course, yada yada yada. There could be some sort of conflict, of course, so on and so forth. This is basically I'm just giving the gist of the story. I don't want to get into too much detail, obviously, but that's basically the roughest story. And yes, of course, it's on my to-do list. Yes, sorry, it's on my to-do list, and it feels like I'm never going to finish this. But anyway, that's why I'll do something for the Disney stuff, of course, Disney and Christmas. So, of course, I can say that this film was successful enough, which spawned off two sequels, a second film and a third film. which I will get to, later, obviously. So I'm just gonna talk about just the first movie, of course. But anyway, I'll say that this one's it's pretty solid. It's not really my favorite Christmas movie. It's not even my favorite Disney movie, but I wouldn't say I hate the movie. I don't hate this film. It has its charm, I guess, and I guess they were trying to tell a good story. In some ways, they succeeded. There's a good beginning, middle, and conclusion in it. Okay, the dialogue in this film isn't exactly Shakespearean or whatever. It's not really the most top notch dialogue ever. It's not like a Shakespearean type of dialogue. Is what I'm saying. But the music, the acting, overall film is well produced. I like the acting. The music, while generic, is suited for this movie. Of course, I can say that the overall story is pretty straightforward. Yeah, yeah, okay, it's not the most original storyline ever, really. It's not exactly, you know, it might be not be super intriguing, but I did like it. I did like what they were trying to do. They're trying to make it like a heartwarming family movie, so that everyone can enjoy it. Of course, to make it seem humorous. Some of the jokes work, some didn't, but it is supposed to be a comedy for the entire family, of course. And yeah, if you like this kinds of movies, I say I recommend it. If you want to get to watch some Disney stuff for the holidays. Yes, sirree. Maybe I can drink some eggnog. If I watch this again this month, I guess. Yeah, I did watch it before this review, so I kind of remember some stuff, of course. Maybe watch it again. I don't know. I know a lot of people like to watch this movie during the holidays, of course. But anyway, the this film is a solid movie. I recommend it. I like the I like what they're trying to what. Yeah, I really do like what they were trying to do with the characters, of course. So that's pretty cool there, obviously. So yeah, there's not much else I can say about it really because it's an enjoyable family movie. Yeah, I guess I will review the others later. I guess, but anyway, the first film of the series gets an overall rating of 6.8 out of 10. It gets a 6.8 out of 10 for me. And of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. See ya. Oh yeah.